Yeah. He back. He's back. He bite, dog. He bite. What's going on, y'all? It's your boy PJ Davis, aka The Rumor Show. If you don't know, now you know. I got my boy Henry Th3rd. If you don't know, you need to check out the page.
Yes,
Instagram.
Sir.
No Facebook, right?
No Facebook.
Alright, because you know, Facebook can be the Facebook is the devil. It's not, but you know it is the devil.
It is.
Social media is the devil in general, but that's not what we're here to talk about,
nope.
man. Yeah, till the battery dies, man. I don't know if I ever told you the name of the podcast. First it was Let Loose, but now I'm like, nah, Let Loose sounds stupid. So till the battery dies. So I haven't seen nobody else on it, so we just chopping it up, man. Tell me why, like, okay, so I hit you up earlier. I was like, hey, tell me why men's health is on the topic right now. Like, why, what, who was the first person that was like, you know what, men ain't supposed to have emotion, and then everybody was like, agree with it.
Right.
Just like they agree with everything, like, oh, look, we gotta cancel culture. Okay, we'll cancel culture. Yeah, let's cancel culture.
Yeah.
This is like, now it's like men ain't supposed to have feelings. I'm like, yeah, we are. Like, we are, but we have to hide it, and I feel like that's probably why we're dying. So because we hide it,
we hold it inside.
Holding it inside, it starts stressing you out, and then before you know it, you done had a heart attack.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I'm spitting.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I feel like I'm spitting.
That makes sense.
I feel like I'm spitting because it's like you. So if you in a relationship, it's cool. It's cool. Like. But I think nowadays relationships aren't the same as they used to be back in the day. So for you to get a relationship to have the same relationship you had back in the old days, right. It's kind of rare. But
very rare.
All in all, men. But I guess it goes both ways. Cause like if isn't it crazy? Like if a woman does something, it's like, oh yeah, go her. But man does it, it's like, oh, okay. Yeah. It's like you're supposed to know how to do that. Then they're talking about right. I think that was kind of bugging me, but then I was just like, nah, I'm always gonna be a simp in my own way, but I think now it's more like
it goes back to what you were saying, social media. I think people are just too worried about what other people think, so they feel like they have to follow in line with to be part of the trend or whatever. And fuck all that bullshit.
Freaking society. Like who is society and how do we get their numbers? Or you'd be like, can we cancel you real quick? Cause you tripping. Hey, don't be a black man or don't be Mexican. Don't be a black man. Okay, so who do you think probably get it some more? Is it Mexican man, Hispanic man, or a black man?
To do what? What you mean?
Just like when it comes to just punishment, just anything.
Oh man, I mean honestly, I think I'm gonna be honest with you. The Mexican, Hispanics, depending on your color, you can definitely blend in with the white people.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Black people, y'all have a little bit of a hard time blending in with.
We can't blend in, bro. And then if they do blend in, they become the white people. Like this is not Get Out Part 2.
Right.
Like I didn't like you didn't have like run up to some black dudes and they're just like
nose up.
All right, sir. Okay, I guess because you live on Broadway, we'll go ahead and let you have that attitude. And then what's the first thing you do when you see somebody that looks like you? You're like, what's up, homie? Like, you just say that, and they're like, I don't know you.
Yeah. Yup.
You're like, oh damn. Okay, I was just trying to go to the one person that looked like me.
Right.
Maybe we can make some sense out of this. But nah. You're probably like wondering, like, damn, PJ, what's on your mind? I'm like, well, I just came from church today.
It's Sunday.
I feel like you just came from church too, right?
You know what?
It's just the way that you dress, but then again, you do. Yeah. That's how you work. That's your work attire.
That's my work attire too.
Shoot,
yeah. That's how I work.
I need a second job. But that's what's up. Like, Rangers, it's always good to focus on yourself.
Yes.
Also, if a woman tells you she's focusing on herself, don't automatically assume she's breaking up with you. That wasn't for you guys. That was for me. Just to the overthinkers out there. The overthinkers, the underthinkers. It's okay to overthink. It's okay, but then it's not okay to overthink. It's not okay to overthink and then act on it.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Because if you overthink and act on it, that overthinking could get you in trouble. But if you overthink and just kind of wait it out, let it play it out,
that's where it's
then
at.
You'll be all good. Because otherwise, the person can easily turn it around and make you look like the monster.
Definitely.
Yeah. What white people do us nowadays. You know what I'm saying? You can't have it.
Can't have emotions, like you said.
Emotions. That's what I'm saying.
I have to go full circle, man.
Bro, you can't even. Like you like what? Even if you're saying what, as in I can't hear you, they're like, sir.
Can you not yell at me?
Yeah, stop being so hostile. Man, like, I don't know. I'm that type of person. Like, if you come at me the wrong way, I'm gonna like, hey, what's your deal? Like, I'm delivering, right? I'm delivering at the UPS. Is it the UPS? Yeah, delivering at the UPS off of Broadway.
Okay.
So Broadway is what I've been told is like the bougie Stone Up. Old schools, but bougie Stone Up.
Right.
So I get up in there to deliver. I think I have to deliver like 35 packages. And the easy thing about it, you just scan your stuff in and just give it to them. They're like, thank you. I get up in there. It's ran by it's old white dudes, old white people. Like, like I walk up in there. I'm waiting for my turn because everybody's in line and stuff. So I'm like, okay, cool. Then I'm like, you know what? I still gotta get more packages. So I put my little box in like a corner or somewhere that was trying to be out the way.
Right.
Come back. Old man at the front desk was like, you can't put that there. I'm like, oh, now you say, oh, you talk. That's my thing. I'm like, oh, you talk. Okay, forget me here,
right,
bro. And then I was like, I figured I couldn't put this here, but you know, I figured I had to go get, you know, explain yourself. I had to go in and get something, come back. And I'm like, well, all this belongs, where do you want me to put all this? And he like act like he didn't want to like say anything, but he was more than happy to give me some crap. But I was like,
that, you know, that's what they do. Well, they can't tell you good morning, but when it's time to correct you, they'll be the first one. Hey, no, you can't do that. You can't. Man, shut your ass up.
Basically, I'm like, bro, chill out. I want to be like, hey, have you delivered before? No, all right, then. But I know one old lady in the back, she was talking the most, but she was complaining because how most deliveries they'll deliver there, but there's also another building above them. And she's like, hey, you need to check and make sure this back's over here, because sometimes it'd be 5152 and it's supposed to be 5150. I'm getting tired of walking up there myself and doing this, and I'm just like, lady, this is like my first time at this venue. Why are you giving me? I even told her that. I'm like, lady, hey, you alright? You ain't had the coffee today? You know what I'm saying? And I said, as long as you ain't got no dog, we good. You know what I'm saying? She's like, she cussing. She was just like, yeah, I am tired of doing this shit. And I was just like, I'm just here to deliver the getting there. So freaking old dude want to be like, oh, you didn't scan everything yet? I'm like, UPS guy walks up in, no, FedEx guy walked up here, white dude. FedEx guy walked up in there, man. Looked like he on a pro surfer shop, man. He was like, oh, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. Gets his hand and they're, oh, hey, welcome. And it's just like, all right, he must either deliver there a lot or he must know them some kind of way. Cause they ain't no, like, every time I go to that spot, it's always the same reaction now though. What sucked about it was the younger dude was sitting there like laughing at it. I'm just like, what you laughing at, bro? I ought to mentally punch you in your face. I'm gonna start saying that now. I don't wanna I don't condone violence. I'm like, look, I'm gonna hit you mentally in the face.
There you go.
So, cause if I hit you for real, you gonna scream bloody murder.
I'm gonna beat you over words.
Yes, in my brain. Yeah.
But so call them out, man. What building is that? So I know not to go there.
5150.
5150.
5150 on Broadway. Broadway. Literally, you just hit Broadway. I'm from Austin Highway. You can hit Broadway from Hildebrand.
Yep.
You hit Broadway from pretty much all angles. There's a UPS. Literally, it's like at the corner. It's like a corner. So you got like a what them thing called plazas where they have like all these stores. And stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like a one way to get in. So it's like plaza area. Got all these other different restaurants and bar. And then UPS is like you're literally right on the corner. And every time I go to that one, it's always
5150.
5150. If you can't figure out where that is, just look for, there's a restaurant that's called Broadway 5150. So maybe look at that and then like oh, UPS. Now if you're white, you're more than welcome to go there.
Yeah,
go ahead. Sharon will greet you. She'll give you treats and everything. You don't even have a dog.
But if you're black, you're not welcome there. Not welcome there.
No, man, at all. But I think that's just how my mind works. It's like I look at the little things, but I don't know, maybe because I'm a Gemini. Cause I be remember.
Oh, you're a Gemini, bro.
Yeah.
That's where that shit comes
I think that's what it is. That's why I'm getting so like shout out to the Geminis in the world. Like a lot of us, I'm not gonna lie, nice or evil, we're both in such a way, and I think we do it to a certain standpoint. Like I know I can be narcissistic at sometimes. I know I can be a bitter person. And I hate that I'm like that. I hate that I'm like that. Like when somebody else tells you you're narcissistic, you're like, first you gotta Google the word. It's like, what the fuck you call me? What does that mean?
Right.
Oh my goodness, that's how I don't care about my. But the bad thing about it, I hold in my feelings. When people say, I know you should let your feelings out, I'm like, who's gonna listen? Who's gonna listen?
Right.
And in reality, you know, they're like, there's only one person who's gonna listen. The big man himself upstairs. That's right. You better pray. And it's like somebody told me that, and I was like, for real? And then my Gemini mind started dwelling on it too much. Probably why I had them 2 back-to-back dreams. Bruh.
Tell them about the dreams.
Tell them about the dreams. Shoot, I'm gonna say this: us Geminis, maybe it's just me or other Geminis, but we look at small details and we like kind of look at that and dwell on that. Like, oh, he didn't even shake my hand, or he looked at me funny, or he tied his shoe and then stared at me the wrong way, or something like that. We do that. I'm gonna own up to it. Like, not a lot of people like Geminis, but we're actually, truth be told, if you get you a Gemini friend, we will be loyal to you depending on how you treat us. Because if you come, if I had friends come at me sideways for no reason, I'm just like, why am I still your friend? Like, I don't know. But the dreams, man, I had a dream where I had 2 dreams, man, and this is just like after talking with the lady that I'm with. Basically, she was telling me that, you know, she was having a meltdown, and I think she was like telling me how, you know, things are starting to shift because she's getting ready to go through a transition. I mean, I go into detail, but that's not something I want to share right now. So I give you the brief. So she's going through a transition.
Okay.
No, she's not going through that kind of transition. You know what I'm saying? Because I know y'all like, oh, it should be.
I was like, okay.
I'm like, people like,
it's 2023, you know. I mean,
what's it transition to?
Right.
I'm a girl penis. Like, wait, what? Nah, bruh, we good. In fact, I had a coworker I was talking to. He got tattoos all over his body and everything. He's one of those, you look at him like that, very, very metal or something like that. Okay. He was telling me that he's not in a relationship, but he was with a girl that was actually trying to transition into a guy.
Oh, wow.
He was trying to, but she did take the testosterone shot. She still has her body parts, but her voice is
deeper. Oh, wow.
So like he's like, yeah, man, like if you can get past that voice, it's all good. But her body is like, I'm like, it's still her body, right? It's still the body that she came with. Yeah, it's still there.
All original. Okay.
Yeah, all original. But she's like, she regrets it. Taking those shots, like she doesn't want to do that route.
Oh, man.
And I feel like a lot of other people are kind of feeling that same way. Like, yeah, I want to be a woman, or I want to be a man, and they're just like, no, I regret it. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. You can't remove it like tattoos, but
you can't. You really can't.
Like, what are you supposed to do if you like instantly? Yeah, so I got a surgical dick attached to my vagina, so now I got both organs. I'm like, so,
and
what is it?
What's that called when they get the titties removed?
Oh, shit.
Not a bypass, but it's called I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but
it's called cancer.
Yo,
let me look at my.
But that, I mean, you can't inflate those things back. You know, they remove them.
When they get them removed, let me see.
It's not a triple it's a lobotomy.
Nah, that sounds like something cool.
Man, I wish I would have listened.
Removal of breast.
Jamie, just kidding.
Removal. Wow, I typed in removal and it says a lot of things. Removal of fallopian tube, removal of gallbladder, removal of uterus, removal of ovaries. Wow. All right, now let's type in the real word. Removal of breast.
The breasts.
Medical term, mastectomy.
Mastectomy.
A surgery to remove breasts. Yeah. Ladies, if you're blessed with some boobs, please don't remove them. Don't remove them.
You spending money on this shit? They're spending money on this.
That money that you spending on trying to get them boobs removed, you could be putting that on a house. I'm talking to myself, but I'm not talking about like in the different aspects of boobs. I ain't talking about boobs. I'm just saying like, you know, money I'll be spending on herbs. Man, I could definitely be spending that on some other stuff.
I spend a lot of money on herbs.
Birds. I'm trying to get to the point to where it's like, nah, I think at this point I gotta be like, look, I gotta like stop buying that. I feel like me going to church more and actually trying to figure out, like I know who I am. It's just that you know how you just stray far away from where you're trying to go, and then it's just like, nah, get back on the track. So when you get back on the track, it feels kind of new again, newborn. So
right.
That right there, like I said, it's just some goals I'm trying to achieve and get through.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. Oh yeah, the dreams, bro. You ever had a dream where somebody like your loved one, like that you cared about, is like in the dream they're either leaving or departing you or waving you by, or they don't want nothing to do with you? I've looked that up and it's almost like, I mean, I had two dreams. It was a part 1 and it was a part 2. And it's just like, hey, my brain was like, hey, guess what? Since the first one was successful, let's hit 2 with the second one. So in the dream, the girl or the woman that I'm with, and she's with her homegirl. And usually when the girl's with the homegirl and you try to talk to them, ain't nothing getting good out of that, because the homegirl gonna either instigate or hype it up and be like, she don't want you, she don't want nothing. Why did they do that?
Because she's a whore, that's why. No, I'm just kidding.
No, you could be right. Because like sometimes the friend wants, like, sometimes the friend that goes out the most is the one that's like, no, I ain't seen you came out, blah, 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 let's go, do some stuff. Like, they do this whole, her friend does the whole, they go out, he goes out to look cute, and like hope to get drinks and stuff out of it.
Oh, okay.
Although, on the side though, she did get pregnant by a random there at the bar. Ooh. But they're not, sadly it was a miscarriage, but still, it was just, it's just like, yeah, I don't want that life. Like, I'm just trying to, like I know what I need to do, but I'm being super lazy about it. But this year I'm trying to make that. Like, I didn't put no resolution out or anything, because people don't follow those. So I'm just like,
I didn't either.
Bro, if you have a dream, it's a dream for a reason. But also don't tread lightly on that dream. Like, oh, it's nothing. Like, no, research it just to see what's going on, because that's the thing about it. Because most people don't really look into stuff. They just go off at the top of their head and think they know, but they really don't. So
then you believe that your dreams are telling you something. You believe that?
Yeah.
Okay.
My dream straight up showed me how insecure I am.
Ooh,
how I truly am. Not a lot of people want to admit that, but like, as a man confessing his feeling, because apparently that's what this episode's about today. Him the 3rd, y'all. Him the 3rd. Don't worry.
Let's go.
You've seen those other videos.
Grown man shit.
Grown man. Like apparently, like, if you confess your feelings, you look like an idiot. But it's like, nah, it's my podcast. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about it. If somebody's listening, because a lot of people are gonna be going through the same thing.
Definitely.
Like, I remember we had an episode with me, Garrett, and Comedy Store. He was talking about how men cry. Like, he was talking about Garrett, this white dude. He was talking about how when he was locked up, he would say all he would do in jail was like push-ups and cry. He used to push-ups and then cry, then some more push-ups. He's like, yeah, because it was devastating, blah blah blah. And then, but those tears were like, oh, why am I here? Kind of tears, like, I can't believe I'm in this spot. Tears. So when he got out, just picking up random stuff for no reason. When he got out, he said he saw some movie, and he's like, yeah, man, that was the first time I cried like happy tears. He's like, yeah, and then I think I said, yeah, man, it's okay to cry. And then Comedy Store was like, no, it's not okay. Stop lying to him, man. It's not okay to cry.
CS3, what up?
Yeah, but Comedy Store is also the same guy that's like, I feel like that whole little segment right there, I was like, nah, men do cry. Like, I'm starting to find myself more emotional for things I don't need to be emotional for, but technically it's okay to be emotional for.
Right.
Like, I'm gonna tell you straight up. So, like, whenever you go to church and they have those praise dances,
yes,
and they got the mime and all this, there's just like,
right.
Bruh, I'm like, when this is like, yeah, everybody else like, hallelujah, hey, me, I'm over here like, that's so beautiful. Oh, stop it! Stop it! You ever try to like man up there? You're like,
flexing again.
Yeah, like, I don't know what flexing does. It's like, go away, tear. Like, like in the Cloudy Chance and Meatball, I wish I could do that thing. We're like, no, you go back in there. Yeah, but he can't help it. So it's just like, I'm finding myself crying and stuff that's like, bro, I almost teared up because, like I said, I haven't gone to my church in so long, and it was my fault. So, the pastor, so you got the overseer and you got the pastor, they're both married together, to each other. They run the church. Anyway, pastor was the lady. She was getting ready to do her message, but she was in the car. Everybody's already in church. She's in the car getting right, getting ready. She came out. She got out the car, and then she gave me a hug. Hey, PJ, gave me a hug, and then she said, "I love you," and I was like, like, I'm like, damn, I didn't expect that to hit me. Like, my girlfriend would tell me, I love you. But it's just like, I appreciate it. Like, yeah, let's keep it that way. But she told me, I love you. And I was like, I felt like I needed that one. She's like, I needed that. She's like, I needed it too. I was like, bro, you better stop. You're going to make me cry. Stop. like, it's okay. So, to reiterate, men, it is really okay to cry. Doesn't matter if it's evil, bad, negative. All three of the same things in the same category.
Yeah.
Good, happy tears. Like, I plan on crying when I see my first kid come out the womb. Or passing out, whichever one comes first. Ah!